This is your daily stimulus check update and stimulus update as of Saturday, November 21st. Let's jump right into it. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Matt. I'm back every single day as your daily advocate during a time that it seems that nobody else wants to be the advocate. So I am that guy. I'm back every single day in a minimum of one video, sometimes two or even three, looking out for everybody here on the channel and in this community during a very confusing time. So thanks so much for choosing me. I really appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks so much for being part of the community and for your continued loyalty and support. I truly do appreciate it. Let's jump right into the latest information that we have as of today, Saturday, November 21st. Also, just to clarify, yes, my videos always do pertain to those of you receiving Social Security, retirement, disability, and survivors, SSI, supplemental security income, VA, RRB, low income and no income, and of course everybody in general. But I always like to show, yes, my videos also do pertain to you. In fact, scroll back, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos here on the channel and everything pertains to everybody. So, hope that makes sense. Let's jump into this. So, in a poll conducted between November 12th and November 17th, 80% of Americans are in support and think that we need additional stimulus and COVID relief. At the same time, 66% of Biden voters are in support of additional restrictions and lockdowns, while only 16% of Trump voters are in support of additional restrictions and lockdowns. I've actually been talking about this over the last several weeks, and that is, we're not going to get a national lockdown, but be prepared. But because we're probably going to see additional restrictions and lockdowns on the state level. That's exactly what we've been seeing over the last week or so. There's multiple different states that are imposing these restrictions and lockdowns on the state level. Now, there's a lot of states out there that have not imposed restrictions. However, be prepared. It's likely going to be coming in the coming days and weeks as we continue to see COVID cases literally surging and hitting new records as we're approaching 200,000 daily cases. So please be vigilant and just be aware of that. Be safe out there. So yeah, there's multiple different states that are going into lockdowns and multiple restrictions. In fact, Los Angeles, California, is anticipated to potentially going into a lockdown situation as early as tomorrow, Sunday. So we'll need to watch that very closely and see what happens. At the same time, I find this to be an interesting statistic. 67 million Americans, otherwise roughly 40% of the workforce in this country, has applied for some type of aid since March of this year. That's a massive number, 67 million. That's a huge, huge and very scary number, while at the same time, people continue to fall into poverty at a record pace. That is scary business going forward, especially getting into the cold months. And like I just said, with COVID cases spiking like absolutely crazy right now. And as we move into the holiday season, when many of us would really like to spend some time with the families that we love and care about, right? Yeah. So please, anyway, stay safe out there. But more to come here. This is all coming at the same time that Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, Stevie Boy, Steve Mnuchin, Steve Mnuchin, and Mark Meadows. All of these people are coming together to work up the next stimulus proposal. So yeah, they're working on this. In fact, Steve Mnuchin is going to be the architect. He's going to craft up this next new targeted bill, as he called it just the other day. So, of course, we're going to need everybody on track, everybody to join in and support this thing all simultaneously. So even though it's going to be more of a targeted bill, I feel like at this point, they really can't waste any more time. They need to come together and get this done. So he's going to be crafting this thing up over the course of the next coming days and weeks, and hopefully we will get some kind of resolution before they leave on recess once again in December for the holidays. So we will continue watching that very closely, of course, and we'll have to see what's contained in there, what is in this. But I want to make it very clear, Steve Mnuchin has been one of these people who's been a huge proponent of stimulus checks. So, being the architect of this next stimulus proposal, we can probably anticipate stimulus checks will likely be in there. So, we'll continue watching that very closely. At the same time, I produced a video earlier today. If you didn't check it out, you might want to see that one. But essentially, in that video, I talked about the $135 million stimulus package that was just announced by the governor of the state of Washington. Now, why is this important? You might be thinking, well, hey, dude, I live in Georgia. Why are you talking about the state of Washington? Here's why. Because we're probably going to be seeing more states stepping up to help the residents and businesses going forward, simply because the federal government works incredibly slow and they're still working on a stimulus package. We don't know when it's coming. I've been saying that for so many days now. We don't know when it's coming. So we might start to see many more states stepping up to help the residents and businesses through this time to help bridge the gap until the federal stimulus package could be passed. Now, I said this in my video earlier, and I'm going to say it again. If you happen to get support on the state level, let's say your state offers some type of stimulus. If you are offered support at the state level, remember, you can probably also get support at the federal level when we get that stimulus package. The reason I say that, state and federal are different. They are separate. They are not the same thing. So if you get support from one, you can probably get support from the other. But of course, you'll need to look into your exact situation, your specific state, the specific program that's being offered. But just keep that on your radar to continue checking your state, watch the headlines in your state, watch the news, check it. And of course, I'll continue watching all of that very closely as well. But just keep that in mind that there could be additional stimulus coming on the state level that you can grab. So I hope all of that makes sense. And like I said earlier, COVID cases are absolutely going crazy right now. It's just raging. We're approaching that 200,000 per day caseload. So be very careful out there. And of course, who knows, maybe today we'll hit that 200,000. I don't know. Of course, like I said in my other videos, that's not a number that you want to be proud of, but we're getting very, very close. In fact, we were just under 190,000 the other day. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So either way, it's going crazy, especially this weekend when a lot of people are probably going to be wanting to celebrate Thanksgiving with their families a few days early. So either way, I hope you're having a nice weekend so far. I will continue to keep you updated with everything that I find relevant and could be helpful to any of you. So please be sure you are subscribed by hitting the button down below, and feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, your family, on your social media, anything like that, if you find other people would find this to be helpful information. Either way, enjoy your weekend. I'm always here for you, as I am every single day, and stay safe. I'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.
You can't wait to see